How you doing, guys? So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you 5 skills that I believe every successful wedding filmmaker has. So I believe every or most of the successful wedding filmmakers have these skills that I'll be sharing with you guys in here today. So this is valuable content, so hope you guys stick around to hear these skills. Thank you. So the first skill a wedding filmmaker needs is basic filmmaking knowledge. If you don't have this skill, you need to educate yourself on basic filmmaking knowledge. You can pretty much film anything from commercials, documentaries, movies, music videos. Once you learn the fundamentals, you can pretty much film anything. So fundamentals. I can't stress that word enough. Learn the fundamentals of filmmaking and you'll be good. So for example, once a kid learns how to ride their bike, like let's say without the training wheels, once they learn how to ride their bike, balance their bike, they can now pretty much ride any kid's bike on the block. They can ride any bike because now they know the fundamentals of balance. The benefits of knowing the fundamentals: you can make your wedding films look way more cinematic than somebody who doesn't know the fundamentals. So the more you know about the fundamentals of filmmaking, rules of thirds, frame within a frame, leading lines, contrast, all these things, the better your composition is going to be. So you're going to make a way more pleasing image visually than somebody who doesn't know the fundamentals. In addition to knowing the fundamentals of filmmaking, you need to know the camera settings. You need to learn all about the camera settings. You need to know how to shoot in manual, because when you know how to shoot in manual, you can pretty much you can visually tell the story how you want to tell it visually. So learn the settings on your camera, white balance, frame rates, shutter speed, all that stuff. Learn your camera settings. Skill number 2 is creativity. It sounds so obvious, but honestly, people overlook this a lot. If you're not creative and you're just average, you're going to be considered, average, mediocre, just like everyone else. So learn to be creative, learn to push the envelope, look at things from different perspectives, different angles, so that way you can stand out. That's why successful wedding filmmakers don't compete on price. They let their work do all the talking for them. To me, a lot of people have it all wrong because all they focus on and worry about is the equipment. It's not about the equipment, it's about the person behind that equipment that matters. The best camera is the one you have access to, point blank, period. So quit worrying about equipment, quit worrying about the next big thing. Just master the camera you have access to, so that way you can just worry about being creative with it. Since we're talking about worrying about the wrong things, it wasn't the paint that made Leonardo da Vinci great. It wasn't the paint. It wasn't the surface that he painted on. It wasn't the paint brushes. None of that. What made this man great was his ability to be creative, his willingness to look at things from different angles, different perspectives, and just like harness his creative juices, if you would say. So that's what made him great. His creativeness made him great, not what paintbrushes he used. Be resourceful. Be willing to go above and beyond to make each film your best one yet. Okay, so that concludes this tip, is be resourceful and just use things at your disposal. Stop looking for things that you don't have. Use what you got around you. Be resourceful. Be creative. Skill number 3 that most successful wedding filmmakers in this day and age have is the ability to adapt. So you need to be able to adapt to the new changing technology in cameras and all these new accessories. And you also need to adapt in the way you reach out to clients. There's now social media and all these new ways to reach out to clients. Now, I know I said it's not about the equipment, but the person behind it. But I didn't mean you should be using, your camcorders from 1981 to shoot a wedding in 2019. What I meant was you need to adapt with the times as far as social media, marketing, and all these things. You can't be offering VHS in a time when everybody has a DVD player. Simply put, don't resist change, embrace it. Get with the times. Just like the story of Netflix and Blockbuster. The people at Blockbuster resisted change, and the people, creators of Netflix, accepted the change. So, you know what? You need to get with the times, or you're going to end up like Blockbuster. Moral of the story. I just came across this quote that said, all failure is failure to adapt. All success is successful adaptation. This is very powerful stuff here, guys. Very, very powerful. Skill number 4, marketing. So, self-explanatory, guys. You need to be good at marketing or you're not going to survive. Invest in yourself, guys. Meaning, buy some books, take some courses online, maybe attend college or whatever you have to. Just educate yourself. Put some money into your education on this topic, because with this knowledge, not just in weddings, you can work at a lot of places if you know how to sell anything. Not gonna lie, I first heard this term on Ty Lopez's channel on YouTube. He said, the more you learn, the more you earn. He was right. In conclusion, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. Skill number 5 that most successful wedding filmmakers have is their ability to be open-minded. If you're going to do weddings, especially here in the United States, you're going to deal with different cultures, different religions, different ethnicities, different beliefs, different lifestyles, and etc. So you are going to need to be open-minded if you want to make a lot of money. I mean, of course, you need to know your limits, but you're going to have to be open-minded. Always remember, when you get to a wedding, your job is to make money, not to judge your clients or their guests. Your job is to capture cinematic footage that you're going to use for your potential clients in the future. So be mindful while you're there. If you have a problem with certain cultures and certain ethnicities and certain religions, you need to, get to know your clients before the day of the wedding, before you sign a contract, before everything. You need to know your clients. You need to ask them questions, so that way you can determine whether you and them are a great fit. You know what I mean? So do your homework beforehand. So in summary, skill number 1 is have basic film knowledge. Skill number 2, be creative, be resourceful. Skill number 3, be able to adapt with time. Skill number 4, basic marketing knowledge. And skill number 5, be open-minded. Thank you for watching this, guys. I hope this was valuable to you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel.